Viswanatha on Viswanatha Satyanarayana garu. I wrote these pieces on request of a publisher friend. The monarch that he was. There was this makeshift wayside pandal erected for celebrating Ramayana. There was this open stage next to it. There he was sitting majestically on the lone chair on it. There was none to share the dais with him there. The organizers thought fit to add a bit of literature and music to the fair of the Ramayanam festival. He spoke at length. He spoke about many things. He also spoke about classical music, both on the music and compositions therein. There was supposed to be a Carnatic vocal concert after his lecture. The musician was really scared to perform before him. Naturally, one is more careful when such personages are there among the audience. There was a poets' gathering too, but there was this young man who was not afraid of anybody. Perhaps because of his innocence or naivety. The young man was trying to imitate a famous poet of the times in his dress and hairdo, a silk shirt, and a hairstyle that evoked memories of film heroes of the olden days and all that. This good looking young man went onto the stage and said something to the great man. No one could hear what the young man said, but because of the mic before the great man, all could listen what he said. Tomorrow, there is going to be a symposium of women poets. You come then and try your luck. That was what he said. Where was the youngster after that? That was in Hanamkonda way back in 1975. Couple of months later, there was this World Telugu Conference, the first ever, taking place in Hyderabad. Lal Bahadur Stadium was chock-a-block with all kinds of people. There were all kinds of programs. There was the Poets Symposium taking place, interestingly, outside the stadium in a pandal. Once again, there was only one chair and he was reigning supreme over the occasion. All the others, including the poets, were sitting on the floor happily. Poets, one after the other, were getting up, going to the mic and reciting their works. Karur Vaishya Bank, the sponsors of the show, have arranged velvet bags filled with coins, just like in the days of yore, to be given to the poets after their performance. He was majestically handing the bags over to the poets, adding smiles, just like a monarch. There was this giant of a poet, physically, with his big mustaches, reeling out lengthy Sisa padyams, one after the other, without let up. People grew impatient. He grew impatient. Then he said into the mic, "Gentlemen, would you stop? Otherwise, I'll not give you this bag at all." Jangling sounds filled the air when he shook the bag with the coins before the poet's face. Did the poet stop recitation? That's not important. And then, here is the anecdote included in the much celebrated book Yadi of Samala Sadasiva of Adilabad. Thus goes the narration. In Farsi, there is this word Yade Raftagan, which means the memoirs of those deported. And Sadasiva says that those who depart would never return, but their memories keep coming back to us. Sadasiva narrates an incident that happened in Warangal long ago. In Nizam days, poets visiting from Andhra would invariably stay with Kalojis, Sri Narayan Rao and Rameshwar Rao, brothers. Their mother was a great hostess, it was said. Viswanatha, whenever visited Warangal, would listen to the poets of the place in private also. Garlapati Raghavareddy was a scholar poet. Narayan Rao, Devulapalli Ramanuja Rao, and a few others learned composing poems from him. When Vishwanatha was with him, Kalojis wanted to make him listen to their guru. Whether Garlapati liked it or not, he obliged his disciples. The stories in circulation about Vishwanatha made people pine to see him. At the same time, they would be scared about his reactions. His caustic tongue was already a legend. Vishwanatha, after meal, chewing tambulam, was sleeping on the cart arranged for him. On another cart nearby, Raghava Reddy was sitting with his papers. When asked to listen, Vishwanatha, turning towards the wall, said, "Ask him to read." No one never worried about how he was listening. The recitation continued. After a few verses, Vishwanatha turned to this side and was listening, looking at the person. After few more verses, he sat up in the cart and was listening keenly. After few more verses, there he was sitting on the floor, crouching next to the cart on which the Reddy was sitting. Then he got up, hugged Mr. Reddy, and said, "Reddy Garu, you are a great poet. Your verses moved me." There were tears of joy in his eyes. All eyes around were moist too. That was he, Vishwanatha, adamant because of the knowledge of self, loving because of the knowledge about others. He was a monarch in his way.